National Chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Abdullahi Ganduje, has affirmed that Chief Tony Okocha is the leader of the party in Rivers State. According to Ganduje, the executive committee headed by Okocha is the Rivers State APC leadership structure recognized by the National Secretariat of the party. Ganduje made this declaration on Saturday in Port Harcourt during the inauguration of the newly elected State Executive Committee of the party. The APC National Chairman congratulated the newly elected members and explained the party's decision to hold the inauguration in Rivers State instead of the APC National Headquarters in Abuja. He emphasized that the move signifies the party's efforts to strengthen ties between the national and state leadership, ensuring that there is no division between the two structures. Commenting on APC's performance in the South-South geopolitical zone, traditionally dominated by the People's Democratic Party, that the APC has made significant progress, citing its control of Cross River and Edo states. He further stated that Rivers State is the party's next strategic target as it continues its expansion efforts in the region. Honorable Akumefule,
yes.
What do you make of this?
It's very interesting.
very
interesting in the sense that I'm a member of the APC.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, a senior member of All Progressive Congress. And I wholeheartedly believe in what happened on Saturday. In fact, I was there myself. Yes, I was happy that the whole crisis of Emeka Bekee and these have come to an end.
What makes you say?
I say this because party leadership is not a court matter. There have been several judgments from Supreme Court that have said that party is supreme. And so when party takes a decision and you think any other person can go to court and get whatever judgment, Supreme Court has affirmed so.
Last time I checked, a court reinstated Emeka Bekee as against the APC committee led by Tony Okocha in Rivers State.
And since that court reinstated Emeka Bekee, where has he been operating his own chairman of party? At GRA.
How many secretariats does APC have?
We have one secretariat in Aba Road.
Known to you, yes?
For now. As far as the one that is known by the National Secretariat, that's where the operation...
There is also another secretariat.
National Secretary Abuja identified and acknowledged the one operated by Tony Okocha as the party that they know. So whatever remember when we were fighting with Rotimi Amechi, the faction led by Magnus Abe, and the faction led by Rotimi Amechi, and the National identified Rotimi Amechi's secretariat as the one they see as the one that is working. Whatever we are doing then at the Efo Road, 21 to 23 road, we were just wasting time. Every material, every information, every correspondence, everything goes to Amechi's secretariat. We are just fighting. At the end, where did that fight take us to? It didn't take us to anywhere. Any day, any time, the National Secretariat recognizes any office as the authentic party secretariat. That is where all correspondences, all informations, all activities will be happening. So you can be answering party chairman just yourself and yourself alone. In fact, let me tell you, as it is today, Emeka Bekee and his faction are members of the same, what they call it, simplified movement. They don't have a party. What? He's not in PDP. He's not in PDP. He has not joined PDP. He's not in APC because he has left APC. He's just in a movement. That's what he has identified. If the national party chairman, do have two national party chairmen in APC, it's just one. He came to Rivers State and Emeka Bekee was not found there as a member of party. Let us even remove who is the leader of the party or party chairman. If he was a member of the All Progressives Congress that is led by His Excellency Umar Ganduje, and he was never found from Friday till Saturday when Ganduje came to the River, Emeka Bekee was not there. So which party is he piloting? As I think that people should begin to look at leadership, especially party leadership, the way it works, and fix themselves in.
All right.
Okay? As of today, Tony, Chidugam, Okocha, JP, DSSRS is the authentic party chairman of APC. All right. That have been inaugurated officially on Saturday, and I was there. And so whatever any other person is doing for now, I mean for now, the person is just wasting his time.
All right, very well. Let's go to the Congress that, where Tony Okocha emerged
Yes.
as the APC chairman, Rivers State.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question, first of all. Do you believe in the law
The law is sacrosanct.
and the Constitution?
I believe in the law, and I believe completely.
And you believe in the judiciary and the judicial pronouncements?
I have told you here there have been several judicial pronouncements that say party is supreme.
Moving on. Now, there was a court order barring that Congress from happening.
Which order? From the River
There
State
was
High
a
Court?
first court order from Federal High Court, and it was vacated by the appeal court. And then there was a second court order from a River State High Court barring that Congress. And APC went ahead defying court judgments to hold that court order to hold that Congress.
Yes. Can I ask you a question?
No, you can't ask me a question. I am asking you the question.
Okay, now let me.
I want you to react.
Let me react to this matter.
Yes.
First, the State High Court is not a court of coordinate jurisdiction with the Supreme Court.
Is it in the place of APC?
I'm coming.
To decide that?
I'm coming. There have been praetorial of judgment from Supreme Court that have affirmed that party is supreme. That's one. I've also told you that the national secretariat of every party is where all information and correspondences flows from. And this party, in their wisdom, constituted a committee. And one person out of the whole leadership of a party pulls out of that decision of a party and said, our tenure is still running, and you go to court. And court gives a judgment, and the party is saying that we only recognize the judgment of Supreme Court that have said that parties are supreme, and they stood by that, and that asked Tony Okocha to continue. And at the expiration of the time of the caretaker, the extra 6 months that the party gave, party decided in their wisdom to conduct a congresses, which they have conducted.
I said,
was there
a court?
I have told you that order, as it is today, is not anything to go by.
All right,
because there was a Supreme Court, there were not even one Supreme Court judgments that have said that party is supreme.
All right,
and the rest of the party have affirmed that this is our own person. And even after that, conducted, they made it open. Emeka Bekele should have bought form to run for that election. He refused to buy forms, and people bought forms, and Okocha emerged as the winner of that Congress.
I find it very interesting, though, you know, that politicians, when they come on my show, when it suits them, they will say, when there is a court order and you're not comfortable with it, you go to court and vacate that order. And then when it does not suit them, they arrogate powers, judicial powers, onto themselves. In this instance, APC arrogated the powers of the judiciary onto itself.
That's not true.
Vacated an order by the state.
No, that's not true.
By saying, you are here quoting the judgments of the Supreme Court. However, APC did not go to court to vacate that order.
APC relied on those judgments.
Whether the court has jurisdiction or not, it is not the prerogative of APC to say the court has jurisdiction or does not have jurisdiction. It is a higher court that would say this court does not have jurisdiction to entertain this matter. Like you saw what played out in Rivers State allocation case, where the appeal court said the Federal High Court did not have jurisdiction. Isn't that the place of the court? But it appears that APC also is a court of law. Let me come to you, Honorable Olaka. What do you make of this story?
I would have been more relaxed sitting in my house and joining Atlantic TV, watching Emeka Bekele sitting at this end and watching Tony Okocha at this other end. Or on the reverse side, watching my brother Darlington Wanju at this end and watching Chibuike Kenga this way. It would have been more interesting.
Probably I'll make that happen.
I would say, okay, if ATM will make that happen, I think that would be very interesting, and I'm sure Rivers people would like to hear from them. I'm not a member of the APC. I'm not. And I'm also not a member of PDP. And so I think I'm a politician. I'm at liberty to say what I'm saying now because it doesn't affect me in any way.
All right, go ahead.
All right. And so, first of all, politics is indeed political, like we know. I want to congratulate Tony Okocha for his emergence, subsequent swearing in, by the national leadership of the party. I have been looking forward to a day when the national delegate would not appear in the Congress of the political party. I was looking forward to a day. When I heard that there were court order barring the party from conducting World Congress, LGA Congress, and then subsequently State Congress. I expected that the national leadership of the party, who has the legal unit, will be properly advised. The legal advisors of the party will sit down, bring the court orders together, and juxtapose, put them side by side, and then look at what the law says. Why the party should go ahead, learning from what happened to the same APC in Rivers State in 2015, heading towards 2017, 2018, and then 2019, that eventually debarred APC from filling in candidates. And that was a disaster. By then, I was a member of APC, very active. I was. And I knew what it cost us to start shopping for candidates from various political parties that, made us to pick Awara of the AAC, for governorship, and so many other candidates for assembly in the various constituencies. That was a disaster for the party. It was a very serious disaster and a setback for APC. And I expect that by this time, having had that experience, which is the best teacher, they say, the All Progressive Congress National Legal Advisor and the National Unit, and indeed the National Working Committees of the party, should have thought it wise to sit back and then look at the negative parts, the positive side, and weigh options. But if that did not happen, or it happened, and at the end of the day, the party saw it in its wisdom, that look, we can go ahead. Who am I who is not a party member? And even if I'm not a party member in that party, I belong to a particular political party. And so when the national leadership, which is a voluntary organization, the court doesn't set up political parties, as it were. And so if the political party decide to go ahead and build something on nothing, as the court would always say, it means that at the end of the day, when the matter will get to the highest cadre of the law, which is still the Supreme Court, because currently there is still legal battle running, which will eventually culminate at the Supreme Court. The Emeka-led fashion will still continue to push what they are pushing. And at the end of the day, if it happens that indeed history will have to repeat itself, that you have successfully built something on nothing, Ganduje, you came to Port Harcourt to build something on nothing. By then, I feel sad for whatever would happen if history would repeat itself. But I pray that the party will be victorious this time, that they won't suffer the same fate that APC had in Rivers State. Should that happen, it means that APC had not learned any lesson. But if indeed that would not play out, and that the law has a way of favoring some persons sometime, or being different, acting differently in different situations in Nigeria, and then I think the other political parties and the younger Nigerians will have to come and do some findings and make some further research to learn on how to play new politics in Nigeria. Having said that, I wish APC well. I wish the new ESCO and the other faction of APC, I wish them well. Thank you very much.
All right, very well. Honorable Akurevule.
I love my friends. But let me assure you that what happened last time will not repeat itself.
What makes it so
I was at the center of everything that happened last time. Honorable Kingsley Akumefle, was the director of NGO in Freedom House. Okay, so I was at the center of everything that happened. First and foremost, we actually had a problem because we refused to toe the path of direct primaries. If I told that part, we wouldn't have had that problem. That's on one hand. Number two, that matter that happened, it wasn't 2015 actually, it was in 2019. So that matter that happened very close to the elections. Okay. And then within that period too, that was what actually made Supreme Court make such pronouncement that the party is supreme. So there have been plenty of judgments to that matter, to that effect. And I think that APC has indeed learned their lessons and will not repeat the mistakes they made in the past. The team of legal men who actually are in the legal unit of APC were all here. In fact, the legal advisor was here on Friday and Saturday. We're all together and all that. They are learned men who understands the law. And they looked at every facet of that issue, and they saw that indeed doing these congresses right now is the right thing to do, and they did what is right. We still have a long time to the next election, and I know that whatever incumbencies you have the fear of, those things are going to be looked at. And
you speak so confidently, like you have the judiciary in your pocket.
I'm not. I didn't mention about that. I'm talking about politics.
The concern was around APC having Congress defying court order. Now, whether the court has jurisdiction or not is inconsequential in the grand scheme of things, because one would expect that even if the court does not have jurisdiction, the right thing APC would have done is to vacate that order, appeal that order, like they did appeal the one of Federal High Court, and vacate it and then go ahead with the Congress. You could even choose to appeal it, get it vacated within a window that it will be practically impossible. The only thing that can even stop that Congress at that time could be an ex parte order. But within a window that would be practically impossible to stop the Congress from happening. So one would expect, because I'm saying this because you have spoken so well about us, you have expounded on the River State crisis and the fact that the conundrum, the governor has found himself considering different things, judicial entanglements. Don't you think that APC is about to enter another judicial entanglement? Even if probably the court does not have jurisdiction, the question would be, why didn't APC vacate that order and then go ahead with the Congress? What if this comes back to haunt APC? You see the fear of Honorable
let me tell you, I have said this before, and perhaps I should repeat for the upteenth time.
Please do.
There won't be any conundrum. There won't be any issue.
Why are you so
if you want to go to Aba,
yes,
you have a vehicle that is going to Aba direct. And you have another one that will stop at Oyibo. Another one, you join another one, take you to Aloji before you now get to the one that will take you to Omaya. Which one will you want to board? You bought the one that is going direct to Omaya from Port Harcourt. And so we have looked at these matters. And that is why I said there has been plethora of Supreme Court interpretations about party politics.
Who interpreted it and gave
the Supreme Court
go ahead?
From he talked about the issue of APC in 2029 and 2019, and there were too many court matters. Even the slang he used that he cannot put something on nothing. It was in 2019 and these things came from the court. And so the issue of party matters have been concluded, haven't gotten to the Supreme Court. And it's even the same process. Coming out to start to say, okay, let us remove this one, when you go to another one. No. We have conducted the primaries. The congresses. If you think it did not follow the process, you go to court. The court will interpret it. Whatever level you want to get to in court, the party is supreme. And the party has conducted their congresses. In fact, for the first time in Nigerian politics, that the national chairman of a party came down to a state to inaugurate the state ESCO.
Right.
He came. And the party chairman, national chairman, is telling you is to build synergy. You understand?
Take over River State.
We are already taking over River State in 2027.
You're already taking over River State in 2027.
APC is already taking over River State in 2027.
You speak with so much
confidence. Already you can see the too many crises that the governor is even into. That alone self is even weighing him down. He may not even have, when the politics starts, he may not even have the time to even talk to Rivers people because he won't have the leisure. He has problems. He has not presented 2024 budget. We are already in 2025. So there are a lot of issues. He has even violated the rules and the law. So his impeachment is even just by the corner.
Now, when you look at all that, okay, now, let's even delve into what you have said a little bit, because I like the projections you've made. Because you're speaking so confidently, APC is taking over in 2027, and you appear to not consider the heavyweights in PDP as well, who also have interest.
Who are the heavyweights in PDP? PDP is a shattered umbrella.
Shattered umbrella.
Completely shattered. Their National Assembly members are all running to APC every day. from the House of Rep to the Senate. People are running away. In fact, one of their governors in a few days to come is defecting to APC.
We know it's a season of political alignments and realignment.
Yes.
However, Nigerian politicians are known never to be stable. And people will still continue defecting, probably back to PDP or to APC, even up to 2027.
Let us watch.
So I want to know the indices you have considered that made you so confident that APC is going to take over in 2027.
First, we have a very strong politician as a president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria who is a member of the APC. That's first. I said first. Secondly, in Rivers State, there are a lot of forces, political forces, that have synergized, mended fences, and come back to one umbrella, one party. Even the minister of the F60, who is also a very strong force, but still in PDP, is not working in tandem with his party. And so, as I speak with you, the party is shattered. And even the Bible said that the house that is divided against itself can never stand. So there is no how they have that unity. That unism, that understanding won't be there. And so it already is a finished game.
I like the fact that...
And we are the ones putting the fire on them. They will keep crashing every day. The Labour Party that wanted to form a force, in 18 months, they've lost 18 members in the National Assembly. Are you aware? Which means if you divide this every month, one person, maybe by January, another person will
So now we are tilting to a one-party state.
We are not tilting to one party, but the APC is strong, so we have to have the majority. There will still be other parties, but they will be in shambles. Just few persons.
You're speaking with so much confidence.
Because I'm a member of APC.
They will be in shambles.
Of course, that's what we want now. If you make them weak, you become more stronger.
If you make them weak,
you become more stronger.
You know, you just indicted.
It's party politics.
But you know what you just did now? By that statement, if you make them weak, if APC makes them weak.
Yeah, we are playing politics.
Now, the fact that there are accusations and fingers pointing at APC, weakening other political parties, by your statement, you've just concretized that those allegations.
Would you want your enemy to be very strong like you?
All right, very honorable Olaka. When he was speaking, I could see you smiling. You appear to be saying so much in your heart. But then let me hear what you have to say, Honorable Olaka, as we move over. Do you see APC taking over Rivers State in 2027?
In terms of governorship or presidency?
Governorship.
Governorship.
Yes. The dynamics are different between the presidential election and governorship election. What do you see playing out in 2027, considering everything that is happening right now?
The distance is still very far. And you know that in politics, the shorter the time, the better to maneuver. Because the time to win election, you don't start winning election too far from when you should win the election. Otherwise, you would have some problem.
Apparently, Honorable Akmefule has won election. APC has won election. I mean, they've won elections
before time. That's a very serious danger looming. You know, we can't stay here and start prophesying how APC is going to win the election in 2027 or take over Rivers State or not. But there are indications visible from these points that we're discussing that APC may not have a platform to contest election even if they are not careful of legal impediments. That's my own projection. And so any political party, now it doesn't end at APC. Any political party in Rivers State and in Nigeria that does not take into cognizance, you know, the caution signs and caution tapes provided by the law to do the right thing at the right time. It may be too late to right your wrongs when the law will hit back. It doesn't matter how powerful you are. It doesn't matter how much you are. It doesn't matter how influential you could be. It doesn't matter the strength of your boast at a particular time. But these judgments or these court pronouncements, should they come at a time when the law is practically against you doing any other thing? For instance, there are time bound for filing in candidate, there are time to do Congress, there are time for everything. And if you are not able to do all of these things, when the results of what you didn't do according to law will start playing out, how then will you take over a state? And so my advice to the APC is, in order not to allow history of the 2019 to repeat itself, please let the party go back to her drawing board and be in tandem with the law, and not be a party that will be seen as people or group of persons who are promoting disobedience to pronouncements of court or court pronouncements.
All right.
With this, any party is capable of taking over.